Hey, consumers, you need to buy and consume what we make in American agriculture because it's good for farmer incomes. That's the gist of a recent tweet by Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, who put out a message stating he had heard about a company that was going to cease manufacturing of high fructose corn syrup because of concerns about health raised by MAHA. That's the Make America Healthy Again Commission, started by RFK Jr. And Chuck Grassley went on to say, high fructose corn syrup represents 22 cents of every $3.82 per bushel price of corn, which is good for his Iowa farmers. Why don't you just think about this for a second? Imagine if tobacco did this. What are you talking about? Yeah, so imagine if the senators from tobacco states 30 years ago, when the ire against tobacco was coming up, said, you know what? You need to buy and smoke those cigarettes and give them to your kids, by God, because you know what? It's good for my tobacco state's economy and our farmers right here. There would have been an uproar. Why did I just compare tobacco to corn syrup? Because I believe that tobacco and corn syrup have a lot in common moving forward. In fact, I believe that all sugar is going to be compared more closely to tobacco as we move into the future. Why? Because we are in a country right now that is 42% obese. Almost 3/4 of the country is overweight. 11% of our nation is diabetic. Going back to the 1950s, back when Chuck Grassley first became a politician in the Iowa State House, we only had 1% diabetic, and we are in single digit of obesity. If sugar isn't the link, you're going to tell me what is. And I'm pro-corn. Trust me, I'm standing in my cornfield here in Indiana. I even shot a video about my resistance to Trump trying to say that we should put cane sugar into Coca-Cola versus corn syrup, because I like my Coke just the way it is. I don't want no new Coke. You saw what happened to that 40 years ago. My point here is the messaging that you need to buy what we make because it's good for our farmer incomes is going to fall very flat, Mr. Grassley. I know you've been around for a long time. You went to Washington, D.C. in 1975. You went to the State House in Des Moines in 1959. Maybe someone should just kind of do a handoff here and help you out. Maybe help you out the door. You are 92 years old after all. But more importantly, let's think about what this means for all of agriculture. It's not just Chuck Grassley that's talking like this. It's a lot of us in agriculture. Hey, by God, we like to grow corn. We're going to grow 93 million acres of corn this year in the United States of America. You got to figure out what to do with it because we're good at making corn and we want to make corn. Just because you make something and like producing something, it doesn't mean it's incumbent on the rest of the customer base to consume it. And that's what we're going to have to get used to, especially in this era of high yields and increasing acres, not to mention the subsidization of corn production in the United States of America. We keep subsidizing it, we keep producing more of it, and now we're telling the customer, you got to consume this, whether you want to or not. Again, imagine if tobacco had done this and the messaging from that. There are similarities. I'm Damian Mason. I speak on stages all over North America about the world's most important industry, the business of agriculture, and I do so right here online. Thank you for tuning in.